We're watching TSM Game 5 of ALGS Scrims, and they're running a very strange comp. They're running Valkyrie Gibby as the two like big meta characters that are kind of needed for every single team, but then they're using Crypto, which we're gonna see in this game actually come into some quite use and be a very good synergy with Valkyrie, which we're gonna go over later. So we're just gonna skip forward and look at this zone first. So usually when I go over zones, I always check if the zones are touching somewhere. So the first zone and the second zone are right here is what I call touching. They're on the exact same spot. This means that most likely the next zone will be pulling in this direction. So maybe the third zone will be looking like this. This is a bad circle, but you get my point. It will keep on pulling to this spot. Or in this direction, I mean. So, but a zone never ends on this line. It usually never ends on this line. It usually goes like to this line and then maybe out here. That's kind of the distance we're talking. There's zones in this general area that are pulling in this direction that it could be, but not too close to the edge as well, is this one that I've seen quite often lately. Because if you don't know, the zones update, so they change the zone, so it's never the same ones over and over again. And I've also seen this one. Or I think it ends maybe up here, I don't know. So with Crypto, because of the fact that this is a very open zone, like if we mark out all of the open spaces in this zone, like it's all of this space or just open space. Like all of this shit is just open space. So for a team like TSM that usually plays zone, this is a very hard zone to play zone in just this early, because they can't go from fragment and be able to get up spot in zone, and like, because there's not that many of them. Like we have Lava Fissure, we have 3 of them. We have 1 in Landslide, countdown, 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 and countdown. And that's about it. So sure, they can get a spot in zone, but you don't want to get kind of a crappy spot because of the fact that you have Crypto. The only rotation option you have is Valkyrie. Therefore, you want to get a good spot automatically. You don't want to rotate around and take these small rotations that, for example, Wraith is a very good example of someone that is good of doing small rotations, maybe from here to here, for example. You don't have that capability, and you need to get to the right spot and then not leave because you're using Crypto with the lack of mobility. Therefore, you want to play for third beacon and kind of play edge. So when this first zone closes, you can be right on with the Crypto drone on a beacon like this one or this one. Scan it, and from there on take the Valkyrie ult immediately before anyone else can before anyone else can rotate, and then get a good spot in zone. So we have 2 beacons in the second zone or near the second zone that you can choose from. It's this one and this one, and I'm gonna explain my thought process here. The one up top in Skyhook is, in my opinion, better because using Crypto, you need to be in a spot where you have a lot of protection, like a building, for example, that has walls all around you. Maybe has some windows, but that's about it. You need to be in a building to really get the full use of Crypto, because you're so immobilized that you can't just play in the open. So if you were to play in Landslide, for example, there will be people pulling up on you, and you can't do anything for about like 5 seconds when they pull up, and then you only have 2 people. And you also need to find a safe spot that maybe isn't the best spot for holding the zone or holding Landslide, I mean. So for Crypto, it's way more comfortable and way more like consistent to play in a very like secure space. Therefore, I would rather want them to go Skyhook in this zone. But we'll see where they go, because there's no way they're gonna get into zone quick enough to get a good spot. Therefore, we need them to really go to get third beacon.
Sounds like really fucking bad.
But zone 3 doesn't come in until 2 minutes, as we can see up here. It's 2 minutes before zone 3 comes in. So you have time to, or 2 minutes before the first zone start closing, and then it's like an extra minute. So they have a lot of time to loot up, craft, and do all of these other things before they actually get to was it not staging? To Skyhook. If they go Skyhook, I don't know if they're going to.
With that information.
Alright, well, we gotta go craft it, and there's no good drones unless we go Skyhook side or this side.
I'm dropping 4 cells up here. I'm trying to look at my 3 times. That was here somewhere. I don't remember where it was.
So yeah.
Where the fuck was this 3 times?
We will be 2 times speeding this because there's nothing interesting about looting. Pretty much nothing interesting.
They don't have a beacon though. Unless they probably hit the beacon.
They might be, yeah, they might be.
We probably want to just go staging side, I think. If we go staging side, we can hit the beacon. I think I can hit the beacon.
So they're leaving their drop spot to go to the other side of Fragment. Whenever you leave your drop spot, you really gotta be careful about where people are and
We don't have to be right next to the beacon. That's why the drone, you know what I'm saying?
what people you can run into. So I think there's a team landing in West Frag, so you gotta obviously be a little bit cautious, but if you don't see them automatically, then they probably won't pull up. You know, most likely not.
We'll see. Try to tell.
I can't carry shit.
Yeah, I can carry him.
I'm honestly gonna skip through.
You're gonna be dead in permanent?
Nope.
First zone 16, it hasn't even been second zone yet.
I have no bolt on my massive.
So they're going the opposite side of Skyhook, which I don't agree with, and they have pink staging. And this is also a bad thing, because if you go staging side, when you've scanned the third beacon, you also need to use your Valcolt, but you need to get the Valcolt off without using bubble. Or you don't want to use bubble. You can, but it's not good, right? So you really need to get a Valcolt off, but you're in the open, so it's gonna be way harder for them. But let's see.
Okay, I think we're just flying. There's a battle right here. We can make it from here, I think, right?
Never tried it.
Let's try right here.
Never tried going over that before.
Let's try like right here.
I don't think drone will reach from staging.
Okay. Oh. I'm healing.
Not getting anymore. They're just rotating.
Nice.
Alright, well,
They're gone.
they just left.
Grounded, I'll pop their draw here.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna say that. I didn't think about it.
There shouldn't be anyone staging. If they're there, then fucking, I don't know.
Just go top or something.
Yeah, let's line up top just to be safe.
Okay, let's see the landing.
There's a team on the beacon that you want to scan.
Do we see anybody in the inside? I'm going now.
Going.
There's a white mag right there.
Should we just go Dorito and hit it? Is it closer? Should probably be closer, eh?
Yeah, it's gonna be way closer.
We could probably just go there
Oh my
then.
god.
Yeah,
But then actually no, we can't because we have to wait for zone to close. Let's come over here.
I genuinely do not know why he's over here. Because like Dorito is what this building is called up here. If you check the minimap, this building up here is called Dorito. This building is way closer to the beacon, and you need to be in a distance of 200 meters with the drone to be able to get to what's it called, the beacon. So what you do is you ping the beacon and then you use your drone to get there, right? But they are both 1 low ground, 2 further away from the beacon, so they should just go up to Dorito instead, because the Dorito building is very hard to push because it's so much high ground, and I don't know, it's just a lot of high ground really. So I wouldn't say it's super hard to push, but I will still say it's a very, if a team knows what they're doing, you cannot push up on them just for free. You need to invest a lot to get up to the Dorito building. But let's see this.
Yeah, we're probably gonna have to play like, come over here, Jordan. There's no reason to be over there.
I'm gonna drop over here, guys.
Where?
I think. That means no one's over there, Thermal.
No, 2-2.
We're waiting for the last zone to come in.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a team
Right now?
here.
No, get over it. We still can.
Hold these guys, just hold these guys out. 20 purple on one.
The one has gold too. These guys are juiced.
They're getting shot. They're getting pinched. They're getting pinched. They're getting pinched right now.
I'm gonna walk up a little bit. We might be able
They're
to.
just gonna.
Nice.
He's down, Gibby. Gibby cracked. Queuing him.
This is very good.
Portal's bad. Portal's bad. Portal's bad. Fuck. Fine.
I'm looking for that crate still. If you guys sit on the truck and grab it for Gibby crack.
They're getting.
Okay, I'm gonna go over this.
And
Hold these guys. Just hold these guys out.
So in 17 seconds, third zone will be available, but there were only 2 beacons you can scan, so there's only going to be 2 teams, maybe 3 teams going to have the third zone knowledge, and then you have like an extra 2 minutes or something before 2-3 minutes before everyone else get the third zone knowledge, right? Or info, I would say. So there's no stress. You can take this fight if you want to. And when they say that there is a team behind them, that means that this scenario is pinchable, because that basically means there's a team here, a team back here, and then you are here. This team can push in, and you can push in and just sandwich this team, and this team can't do anything. And that's just 3 KP and 3 points. And why wouldn't you take it, right? Now this team... Wait, fuck. This team over here are smart enough to understand that they are pinched, so they just run. If you check the minimap, they're over here, and then just run down. But if they wouldn't have done that, it would have been a very good play to just pinch them and look for the kills.
We might be
We're
able
just
to...
gonna 60 on KB. 80 cracks. Doing him.
Well, it's 2 times speeds again. They did quite some good damage. Not too bad, you know.
You got someone shotgun, grab free.
Wait, someone's close. I have to go check the beacon, bro.
Okay.
Just you got him.
Wait, someone's close to me. The Valkyrie.
Go for it then.
Yeah, there was a package over here on the minimap, but I don't think it's worth. Position is worth more with a comp like this one. If you were to play Edge, then yeah, you would take the care package, but because of the fact that you're not playing, or you are playing Edge right now, but you don't want to, your plan is to play zone. Therefore, you just want to like leave. Oh fuck, voice crack. You just want to leave.
Why is this guy so fucking timed up?
So this zone information is way more important than the care package. And I know there can be a Kraber, but it's not worth it.
No, I didn't. Seriously, the team I rotated up right spot.
So we just saw him not pinging the beacon, and this is the power of pinging, because Crypto's drone reaches 200 meters. What you do is you pull up the map, you ping the beacon, just like that, and then you go to a spot and you check the ping and see, okay, it's 190 meters. Then I can pull out my drone and then fly to it, and then you're good, right? But he didn't do that, and then he got stuck with his drone, which is a risky play. Though Hal isn't known for his crypto, so I'm not blaming him.
I need to walk up closer. I need to walk up closer. I need to walk up closer.
I think they're playing on the beacon anyways.
It's kind of funny.
He gets blue up there.
Look at zone, bro. Oh my god.
All right, let's check the zone. So what I was talking about in the beginning of this game was that the zone was touching earlier. Right now, the zone isn't touching. There's a big gap, as you can see here. Therefore, whenever there's a big gap, that kind of means, or that signals that the fact that this third zone, this green one, will be centering. So the center of this zone is like here. And that is basically where we think it's gonna end, like right outside here, because that's kind of how you read the zone, and that is a zone ending. So you really want to get to this spot, maybe this spot over here. Those are the 2 main ones you really want to get, because they have enough cover for you to survive. Quite good cover actually, and are very close to the end, to the what's called the end zone. Yeah, the end zone, the last zone.
Can we even go over there?
But now the big issue comes in with them going staging side. They now are in the middle of open and need to use their Valkyrie ult to get into the zone, but they're in the open, so they can't really use it to its like full potential. And this is when it gets tricky, because if they would have just gone Skyhook side, they would have been here like 30 seconds ago. Or maybe that's a little bit much, but like 20 seconds ago, they would have been right here or right here if they wanted to take that one. So this is one of the things they did wrong to go staging side. And we see the consequences coming in right now.
You got the Falco window hook, 1 2 lanes are free, and play the edge.
There's 13 teams, bro. Like,
They're also way further away from the zone. They couldn't predict the zone. Or I guess they maybe could have, but with the zone was quite hard to predict, so I don't
This
blame
game
them.
is, like, actually a joke.
I'm up that trade right now.
We're in a horrible spot.
Is there a team here? I can't even see.
Yes. I just got shot from there.
I can't scout anything from where I'm at. I'm gonna wait for my drone to come out.
Eyes in the sky.
Now we see the problem with them not being
Oh,
able to
yeah.
backload.
You can carry it, yeah.
So they did everything right in terms of they got the third beacon, but the third beacon doesn't mean anything if you can't get to that spot. So it's kind of, it sucks a little bit for them, but you know, the mistake was easily avoidable.
The guy top thermal with trigger me.
Oh, yeah.
I'm good to go.
He got this. Or the.
Blue heavy.
Wait a minute.
The team left. We can walk up to the drone or the beacon over here. I think they left this spot.
Probably should, because there's a...
I want to see what
The
he's
guy top thermal
saying.
with trigger playing me.
Oh,
Backing out of my drone.
yeah.
I'm good to go.
What do you drop for this? Or the.
Blue heavy.
Wait, never mind.
The team left. We can walk up to the drone or the beacon over here. I think they left this
We
spot.
probably should, because there's a team thermal. They might try to walk in there.
Okay, then we
Local
should.
to it.
Yeah.
We need to get on.
See, they right now want to go up here to the beacon and scan the beacon again, or take control of it, right? I don't hate the play. I'm not gonna say that I hate it. All I'm saying is, you already know based off the third zone, if like a pro player know where this is about to end. I fucking know where this is about to end, or I'm like 90% sure I know where it's about to end. So the fourth zone doesn't really matter for them. And this is what I mean. Now they're just stuck on the edge because of the fact that their first rotation was so bad in terms of they just picked the wrong side. And now we have even more clarity that it's going to be this zone that ends right outside here, most likely. So yeah.
Walking on this side.
If I walk up here, I can maybe scout what's safe and countdown. That's like risky, obviously. Let me just.
We're not going to.
Check him out. I reveal the next ring.
You want to sit in there without
I want to see what he's saying.
like a zone.
Holy. We're better off going to like lava fissure and like walking in on this side.
If I walk up here, I can maybe scout what's safe and countdown. That's like risky, obviously. Maybe just for us to go there early.
Might go to...
I think he used his pings very well right there. That he pinged, he was on his drone and he pinged another spot to see how far away it was. So if he was sitting in another spot, he could realize how far, if he would reach the scouting like spots he wanted to scout out. That was quite well by him. Now this is a problem.
To the side of the building.
Another problem. But I want to pause to get a good picture. Playing down here is a very bad spot, and it's obvious it doesn't have that much cover, and it has so much low ground. Like there's so much high ground up here that can just shit on you. So playing down here isn't optimal. Now there is only 11 squads left because of the fact that this scrim isn't the most competitive. So I wouldn't say, like if this were to be the ALGS finals, moving up here to then scan and see if you can play over here with Valk and Crypto, that wouldn't, like how do you say, like that wouldn't work in that finals game, because there would be teams everywhere. You would have people posted up on this high ground shooting at you. Then you would need to fight a team up here, or you would need to fight a team on the minimap if you check over on the tracks. But you can't, because of the fact that this is a scrim with only 11 teams, this works doing this. Like it works going down here, and it would most likely work, I would say. But it's not ideal. But you can abuse it because it's a scrim. Which sucks a little bit, but it is what it is.
Switching to drone view.
Hold up, healing.
There's nobody in the side door.
I'm coming to you guys, bro. You're like walking up behind.
Okay,
Back to
that's
the street. Nope, double back.
good for them.
There's nobody on either side of the fucking.
Here.
Okay, we have now they have scanned both, or they have scouted out that no one's over here, no one's over here. So all they want to do is just Valkyrie. But I'm just gonna go over quite quickly what is the best spot, the left side of or the right side. And it's quite simple because the zone most likely will end over here. This is the zone you usually see. You don't see it ending over on the other side because I don't even know that it is a end zone that ends over there. Therefore, this side is better. The second thing that makes this side better than this one is the fact that this cover is quite, it's not super small. I'm just saying that this cover over here is way bigger in terms of like the mountain, right? So you just get a way more space to play, and that is going to help you in the long run, to say the least.
I decided doors. Which one do we want to go for? We have to go. We have a lot to fry to them.
Probably want the silo then. Yeah, that's more space. Or just the doors.
I'm trying, like, I don't know.
Make sure it's not like these buildings.
I can't. It's too far. I can't see. Maybe get a little bit closer.
I think we should play for the one, I think.
I don't know which one's you think.
Closest one. Only zone.
Hedging into my eye in the sky. I'll let you know what I see.
There's a team here. We should go for it now. The other one that you think going.
Okay, we can pop it right here.
We gotta wait for him.
Signal
him.
jump back.
Okay, I'm just gonna slow it down to 1 times.
There was nobody there when I checked it earlier, so if there's people there now, that's unlucky. I'm landing on a bounce first. Yeah. 10 seconds for some reason. There's nobody there. Come on.
And drop.
Nice.
They might swing.
If you don't know what they just did, is what they call a UB. A UBE, I believe. You land out of bounds over here, and then you just jump down on them, on that team that's potentially down here. Now, there weren't a team down here, so they didn't have to worry about that. But that's kind of a... You can usually see people using it when they don't have a single spot they can play. Then that's kind of a last resort play. But, just so you know.
Can we just sit on the door? I don't know, you can't. Be careful over here. I don't know.
Yeah, they're
all you gotta do is really hold your drone outside, like he's doing right now, is very good. Because if a team pushes you, or if a team do exactly what they did and land out of bounds and drop down, they can just use crypto ult on them and get a advantage immediately, right? Yeah, and they just need to hold this for some time.
Again, keep me up again. Keep me up again. Keep me up.
They're top of the silos. They're right there.
I don't get hit.
Crack all three right there. All three cracks. That
There's a Kraber somewhere. Kraber. I just got shot from Kraber. Oh my god. Keep on me, John.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell.
Three right there. All three cracks with that arc star.
There's a Kraber somewhere. Kraber. I just got shot from Kraber. Oh my god. Can you bubble me? Jordan?
Yeah.
I will say that Hal is used obviously to play Wraith and Octane and characters like that, so he still has a little bit of a Wraith mentality when he plays other characters. I've seen him play Gibby the same way he plays Crypto right now, which is a very aggressive, like, type of as Crypto main, right? Not, he's not a Crypto main. I'm just saying, like, a Crypto main wouldn't play as aggressive as Hal is playing right now. But at the same time, he needs to do the callouts. He's the IGL of the team, the in-game leader. Therefore, he needs to look at all these things to gain all the information himself.
Flying out.
Sometimes you just want him to chill a little bit, you know? Another enemy team coming in.
They went underneath. I have 120 light now.
217 here. Here, Hal.
Do we... I'm gonna see what's going on. They're not fighting it. They're about to fight here on my ping east. We're gonna fucking wipe the silos, okay?
Okay.
Can you maybe throw Gibeon? Maybe throw Gibeon on them and then I can crypto? I don't know.
It's not gonna kill them, but
It's not gonna kill them, but they may be forced to fight.
Alright, I'm gonna do it. They bubbled down below too. They bubbled down below.
I hit them all.
Okay, this is interesting.
They're walking up to our door.
Trying to.
They're on our door. They're on our door, guys. They're on our
Coming
door.
back.
I have to back up. I'm healing.
We can still kill them in the.
Okay, so I'm gonna go over this.
I'm gonna see what's going on.
What he just did was he threw a Gibby ult over here, like somewhere around here, and this covers the whole area, right? And with the Gibby ult, you obviously can kill everybody if they don't have bubbles, and then one way to get rid of all the bubbles is to use crypto ult. So you use the crypto ult to get rid of all the bubbles, and then you just wipe a team. So because of the fact that the zone is back here, if you see, like, it is where this building ends. The enemy team were able to run back, and this team up here were just able to survive, really. They were playing on such a small piece of, like, such a small area that not many missiles of the Gibby ult hit them. And that combo is very deadly, but you can't just waste it, and you just saw them waste it, really. Like, really, really bad. If this would have been when in 1 minute and 24 seconds, then this would have been a better play, because then the zone would push them from behind as well, so they need to walk into your deadly ass combo, and then it would have been a fine play. But because of the fact that they now, how do you say, they just wasted it because the enemy team could just walk backwards, right? But so not the greatest play, but it's fine.
I have to back up. I'm healing.
We can still pull them away.
I didn't really do.
Yeah, we can't waste our combo.
Got it. Okay. He wants it.
I need it.
Yeah, he does. I'm not gonna get my ulti back.
Keep looking at that. Make sure that they fly. We have to.
Giving how the the ult XL is very good, because the one ultimate that is better than Caustic ult and Gibby ult late game is Crypto ult, in my opinion. Because the most annoying thing and the most, like, brutal thing in in end game is Gibby bubbles, and the only way you get rid of Gibby bubbles is a crypto EMP, which basically means that you can sit in your bubble and before everybody else, and they can throw their their Gibby bubbles on top of, like, later than you, which means that you're in the disadvantage because you threw yours first, and it will disappear first as well. But if you just use crypto ult, then you just neutralize the whole place for everybody, you know. And it cracks everybody as well, or at least deals 50 shield damage to them. Someone is coming in. The only team that can really pressure them is these two teams, so they really gotta kill these guys right now. So we'll see how it goes.
They block up it. Yeah, they block up it. That's good. That's a solo block. That's a solo block creature. I got him.
Nice.
We're getting good, guys.
I'm looking. Hey.
Okay, they are getting ooped, he said.
They're laning.
Towards the glass.
Get armor swap, Jordan. Get an armor swap.
On the glass.
Very good play by Jordan to know that the zone is coming in. People will be Valculting in and do have no space to play, and their last resort play is to oob them. Exactly what the TSM did earlier in the game. And good by Jordan to realize that and be like, oh well, I'm gonna look up so I can, like, call that out to my team. Very well. Very nice.
I have 50 heavy.
45 to go. Fortunately, radar says the ring's close.
Jordan, can you keep?
Before this whole this zone comes in, I'm gonna put it in 2x speed again. I'm actually going to pause it and then just like fast forward again, but it's about to end right here. The only thing you need to do is walk out of your cover right here, then use Gibby Bubble as late as possible. So when you get pressured, you use Gibby Bubble and you heal up the amount of damage you just got hit by. Then everybody after that will just go out at the same time. You may be the first people outside and using your bubble, but at the same time, what's it called? But it doesn't matter because you have crypto EMP. And if you just sit in your bubble, crypto EMP, you will hit everybody and their bubbles. So let's just see.
It is bubble. 6, 6, 6, 6.
Yep.
We're pretty close to the zone, so like I feel like we can actually do that play where we can just hug this corner. They have caustic ult though. You're gonna have to make a good bubble here if they caustic ult us.
Let's see, let's see.
Okay, they destroyed my drone, so it's not a big deal. We have to just try to go for second, like I said, and kill the team around the corner, okay?
Yeah, I'll try to bubble the Costicle off.
If you're gonna have to bubble.
I do not agree with that play. I honestly don't know if your own bubble disappears when you use your own crypto ult. I don't know. Because if it does, then yes, you end the low ground over here. Because the team that has the most advantage that will probably win this game is the team up here. And Hal knows that. If your bubble don't disappear by using your own crypto ult, if you know that, I don't, but if you know that, then if your bubble then don't disappears, then you're just gonna play for the win. The other two teams will probably just scramble and you will then come in a third party. But I genuinely don't know what happens. There's so few cryptos that I don't know all the interactions.
Around the corner too. I hope the team in the window will do that for us.
Let's see. Let's see.
Do you have any nades?
I have 2 frags. 2 frags.
Give me the frags. Give me the frags.
Oops.
Before it goes down, giving your crypto the frags is stupid because he needs to pull off an EMP while your other 2 teammates, like the Gibby and the Valkyrie, doesn't really have a major thing they have to do. So I don't know why he gets the nades. I think that's kind of stupid, but it is what it is.
I have a ton of light ammo here for you, Hal.
Okay, drop it. Keep walking up, keep walking up. Don't bubble until we have to do it.
Throw another grenade in there if you can.
Very good call by Hal. Be patient.
Yes. I'm gonna crypto left. I'm gonna crypto left. Okay.
Okay.
And no, it broke. I'm so stupid. Focus left. Focus left. Focus left. Focus left. I'm fucking dumb, bro.
Got caustic.
I'm dumb. I forgot there was GB ults. I should have just crypto ult while we're inside the bubble.
I didn't even realize I...
Okay, well, I'm gonna give my points on this. Like, I think about right now, when they walk out of this corner, Hal says, wait to use your Gibby ult, or not Gibby ult, your bubble, which is very patiently, and he sees the Gibby ult come down, but he knows that it takes like 2 seconds before the missiles actually come down, so he knows he can wait even longer. So that's just good patience. I really like it. Then now the big mistake, this right here. So Hal just forgets there is what's it called, Gibby ult outside of the bubble. So if he just would have used his crypto ult inside of the bubble, then they maybe would have won this game. But because of the fact that he blew out into a Gibby ult, it got hit by a missile and destroyed his EMP, and destroyed his drone, which then cancelled the EMP, just through the whole game. If they wouldn't have done that, they maybe would have won. Came second at least, I would like to assume. But, you know, it's a very big mistake, but I'm sure he will never make it again as well. So I don't know how many points they got. They got third with 2 kills. Only 2 kills? Damn. Yeah, well, that's 9 points. So It's a good game. It's just sad that they could have gotten so many more points. It's just scrims though, but I'm just saying like they could have gotten so many more points. But either way, GG. Well played.